It's a dope move by Steve.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game.
What's up, everybody? That's right. It's that time of the week, your favorite time to watch your favorite podcast or listen to your favorite podcast. Of course, we're talking about Big Game Sports Buzz, where the sports fanatic and the pro athlete get together and talk about sports and everything else around it. I am J Stars. Let's go, the buff nerd. Let's go. And of course, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend. The reason why this podcast is called what it is, Big Game James. What up, dude?
Stars, what's happening, man? Welcome back to the madness, bro. I can't wait to dive into some of these things that's going on around the sports world right now and talk about it with you because I love sports, bro, but it's a little crazy, dog. Little crazy.
It's as Jay and Kanye would say, this shit cray. Yeah, this shit cray.
We're referencing Kanye West now. I'm nervous.
This is early Kanye. This is pre Hallelujah Kanye. Okay. So it's a little different. We can do that, but make sure as you're doing that, make sure those that are viewing and listening, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and of course, your frenemies, because there's nothing that says love like sharing this podcast with people you hate. Or at least you have a difference of opinion. I won't say hate.
Oh, Lord.
See? That's a good share. All right. And of course, you can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Wow, I had like a little break there. So Apple Podcasts, Amazon, wherever you catch your favorite podcast platform, we are there. So all of that is there. Yeah, for sure. And help support so that we can do more things with you, for you. Help us help you, help us help you. Because that's definitely one you want to do. And of course, hit us in the chat. We always love to tell you when you're wrong.
Oh, shit, man. Something is... What's up? You funny, dog. That's what's up, man.
Funny. I don't know why I'm funny, man.
That's all good.
Man, I feel pretty good, man. I ran a little bit last night, ran a little bit the other day, man. I was like, okay, you know what? Buff Nerd got to get back into it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's winter. Winter is coming. This is the best time to get in shape.
I'm going to try that because it seemed to always fall into summer for me. I think it's just a time management thing. My time management during the fall and winter is awful when it comes to taking care of myself.
That's it. We got to do that, man. Hey, gentlemen, ladies, take care of yourself. That's the most important thing, right? You know what I'm saying? We want you here for not just a short time, but a long time, so you can enjoy the good times. Hey, as we do that, let's go ahead. Yeah, I know, man. I'm spitting words, bullets. Uh-oh, no fines. Let's go ahead and let's get into 4 downs.
It's time for the 4 downs. That's right. The hottest sports news around. BGSB presents 4 downs.
That's right. These are the 4 downs. These are the top things that we've seen in sports, top pieces that we've seen in sports that are kind of tickling our are fancy. First down. This past weekend, major shakeup. And I do say major. I believe it was a major shakeup in the top 25 NCAA football. Of course, number one, Texas falling to Georgia. And honestly, I don't think a lot of people. I think a lot of people saw that coming anyway.
You said this, and in my mind, I'm like, are we really surprised? Like, is this really a shakeup? Did you not
Right.
think? Now, I did say all along that I think Texas was the one team joining the SEC that I thought could compete and with the Georgias and Alabamas, and it wasn't like they got totally blown out. It was a decent game. Georgia had a little bit more depth than Texas up front later on, and ended up winning the game. But to me, no surprise by that game. And I'm sorry, Longhorn fans, I was rooting for them Georgia Dogs.
You're not sorry. Sorry, no, you're not sorry. Yeah, but you're not sorry. Not at all. But I am surprised. Well, I still am surprised that you have Oregon that did jump up to number one. That was a surprise to me.
They're undefeated, and
I
the media likes Oregon. They like Gabriel. They like Dan. They love Dan Lanning and what he's doing. It doesn't surprise me that Oregon got that nod, bro. Do I really agree with it? Do I think they're as good a team? Oregon is the team that's going to have to prove it and show it to me, because they've had so many opportunities and always come out ranked so high when the season starts, and then by the end of the year they lose to Stanford or somebody crazy. You're like, man, what the hell, Oregon? You done it again. So, I'm I'm not surprised, but I don't believe that it's going to stay strong. Just like, is there another team that surprises you, Jay, besides Oregon?
Tennessee does kind of surprise me, and I think it's because Tennessee is in that same vein of they're going to let you down somehow, some way. They're gonna let you down as they come through, and they've had some impressive wins. I'm not gonna say they're not, and now they're starting to get really into that SEC schedule.
Yeah,
but Tennessee kind of surprises me. Coming up to 7th from 11.
4 spots.
Miami has just been kind of chugging along, and though they're undefeated, some people are saying that Miami should be higher ranked.
No, I don't think so. Miami is
6.
They must have a rabbit foot in their pocket, on their keychain, and in their helmets.
Yeah.
Miami is the luckiest 7-0 team. A lot of people are going to say, they're not lucky. Cam Ward knows how to finish. Nah, hell no. They've gotten 3 controversial calls to go their way, 3 straight games. They should have lost to Virginia Tech. They should have lost to Cal, and they should have lost to Louisville. And they had calls go their way, and they end up winning the game. So to me, Miami is the team. I was going to say that surprisingly, like, it looks like the NCAA wants them to be around because they know how good the brand of the U is for the game when it comes to playoffs, I believe.
Does BYU surprise you that they're in the top 25?
No, they finished in the top 25 a lot. To be 7-0 and this high, just out of the top 10 surprises me a little bit. But they've been playing well, man, and we shall see how it goes.
Man, listen,
BYU
hasn't been relevant since Ty Detmer. I mean, let's
no, that's not true. That's not true. You goddamn, since Ty Detmer, Jay.
I mean, look, I'm sure there have been others, but the reality is that BYU and West Coast, and yes, there's an East Coast. I always believe there's an East Coast bias when it comes to the rankings in football, especially SEC bias.
Hell yeah.
But I'm not buying BYU at all. And if they make this 12-team playoff, I think it's just going to be bad. I do. I think it's going to be bad.
They can handle. They got speed, dog. They can survive the playoff. I'm not saying they'll win it all. They might sneak to a second round game. I won't just clearly write them off. I mean, have you watched the landscape of college football this year? It's been straight helter skelter. You have no way of knowing who's going to do what.
I mean, first of all, you got SMU that's ranked in the top 25. And they've been beating some quote unquote good teams, soundedly, actually. And then on top of that, right below them, you have both Army and Navy undefeated and in the top 25 as we, speed
Hey man.
to the end of the season. Like, that's crazy.
Hey Jay, can I tell you something?
What's up?
These are the two teams that the college football playoff committee, they are
Hey.
praying that these two fools
my God.
lose. They do not want to see Army nor Navy in the playoffs, bro. They do not.
Not
They
at
are
all,
like-
because
like-
it's a cluster if
But-
they do.
Yeah, they're not Power 5 teams. One's in the American Conference.
Yeah.
One's in not conference. You would say, what the hell is Navy? I don't know. It's
No,
gonna
they're
be
both
some,
in the same conference.
Army and Navy's in the same conference. They're both in the American Conference.
Yes.
Okay,
Because
I
because
know
and I was
is in the Mountain West. I know that. Okay, cool.
yeah. Because I heard this, they would play the championship game and then they would play the Army Navy game right after it, the week after, if they're both like tops in the championship or tops in the conference.
Vice versa, something like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
And then you go into the playoffs. Like,
That's
so
nuts.
yeah.
Come on.
And they both play Notre Dame. So I mean, yeah, they're hoping that Notre Dame can do the job and beat them, but Notre Dame has some issues.
I guarantee
with-
you, Jay. Notre Dame ain't gonna stop that run attack, bro. They couldn't stop Northern Illinois. Both of these teams run way better than that.
That's what
Dog,
I'm saying.
I'm telling you, now you talking about some bad calls in the game. Just
Yeah.
watch if these teams undefeated late in the year. Somebody gonna get this. Ooh, it's gonna be bad. I know the damn playoff committee don't want to see both the two of the service academies get in there.
That they don't want to see that. And if they do, yeah, it's gonna be, because here's the other part of it too, right? They decide the playoffs before the Army Navy game. They'll decide that.
No, they
That
can't.
week.
They gotta wait till the conference championships are over, I think.
But the conference championship again is a week before the Army Navy game, and that's that's considered a non-conference game. It's a cluster. So I'm here for it. I'm actually here for it. I want to see it happen. I like disaster.
Yeah, we know you do. You
I
like
love it.
You like the
I love it
the
because
evil comic book
NCAA is
character that's like,
Hey, listen, unless you had and I've said this, and we'll be talking about this on the Buff Nerd podcast, because we've got some stuff we've got to talk about. We have to talk about it. But anyway, and you have to, for you to have a good protagonist, a good hero, you have to have an even better villain. It just doesn't work if you don't. And I've told you this about sports, right? LeBron is an awesome villain. He's awesome because he's one of the best. He's a winner. You love to hate him. Tom Brady is the same way.
is
people villainize him.
Kevin Durant a better villain than LeBron?
Oh, that's a great question. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so, because and it's all because of this one thing. Durant can't stay healthy.
Oh damn, we're going there again?
Well, no, and I'm just saying it like this, because he's now not as relevant. You have to be relevant every season.
Makes sense.
And LeBron has been able to be that. And every move
I
he
would still
makes.
say KD has relevance, man. But
Uh,
that's another down. That is another
another
I'm
down.
not
True
gonna,
indeed.
I'm not gonna go there right now with that one. I got you.
I mean, you should, but that's okay. I'm gonna let you make it.
Yeah, boy.
Speaking of letting you make it, second down, the WNBA has one of its greatest seasons, and one of its actual inaugural teams wins its first, or as they call the original, first championship in New York Liberty. Yet, this past season, they lose $40 million. And Dolan is calling for the NBA to pull out of the WNBA.
Pause. Pause, homie. Oh, shit.
Those were the words they used. I was like, that's what.
Yeah.
Not
They
yeah.
didn't think that all the way through with that wording. Yeah, so they want the men to pull out the women. Okay. Shit. Okay.
Pull out game is weak. So, but basically, so again, you have probably the best viewership that you've ever had over the season. Now, I'm gonna let you go with this because you have great experience and great insight, I believe, into this. But as a fan, you have the Caitlin Clark deal, right? You have Angel Reese that's coming out and saying, hey, there's more than just Caitlin Clark. Like, you got controversy. And again, you got villains, you got heroes. You choose which one you want to be on. Agent Wilson's kind of there, and Ionescu, and Breonna Stewart, and, people getting left off of the Olympic team. Like, there's just so much. But yet, the reality is no one watched the championship series.
Well, it was an odd time. I watched that final game, Jay, between the Lynx and the Liberty. I really did. It was a good game. It was a good game.
That's great.
Now, I may be one of few dudes who watched it, but it made up for some lackluster football that was on that night. Lo and behold, this is my thing. The WNBA, they're trying to make moves. They're trying to make things happen. Why does Dolan care about the NBA stake in this? There's no affiliate team in Philadelphia that should take away from his pockets, unless it's a shared revenue thing that I don't know about. And if it is, it is. We talk about women's rights and different things, and I'm not a father to a girl, but I have nieces and everything else that aspire to play basketball, and they love the game of basketball now because of different heroes they have from the WNBA. Right. I want them to still have that opportunity as they get older. I think my nieces deserve that right. So who am I to say that the WNBA should go anywhere? We talk about it all the time. We know it doesn't generate the same revenue that the men's game generates because it's just not the same excitement for the same people. It is a different demographic and crowd that watches the WNBA prior to this season.
Yeah.
I think it's starting to change a little bit more. I think it'll get more views. I think it'll start getting more money. And there's already new TV deals worked into place for next year. That should help the revenue and cut some of that deficit. Is $40 million a lot of money to lose? Hell yeah. But you best believe I know that the NBA is in position to where if it was really going to be that much of a problem, they've already found ways to right most of that at all. It's not going to kill them.
Yeah, I mean, well, so, and to put this in perspective, the women have decided that, hey, you know what, we're going to strike. So right now, the WNBA, the players.
Damn.
Okay. So when you put that in the context of, okay, well, you lose 40 million, but the women are only making basically 9% of the revenue. They get 9% of the revenue. That's the share that they get. So no, it's not a lot. And so you cannot complain about how much you get if the whole league isn't getting a lot. And I understand that you're saying, well, hey, you know what? We only get 9% of the revenue. Okay. Well, if you get, $1 and you only get 9 cents, yeah, you can question what the other 91 cents is going to.
Right.
How about advertising, stadiums, or basketball arenas, really? And they're not. I mean, you're talking about trying to sell out 7,000 seat stadiums or arenas. 7,000. You know,
And some of them play bigger than that because they play in the men's stadium.
who
And that's
plays
gonna be tough. The Atlanta Dream play where the Hawks play.
but the Hawks
the
have what,
Indi-
11,000, 12,000?
the Indiana Fever play in Conseco Fieldhouse where the Pacers play. The
They play in
Mystics,
the small room. They don't play in the big one.
small room in that field house, man. Have you been there?
I haven't been. All I'm saying is, and it's really no disrespect, but it's the fact that, again, when you look at like, and I'm talking about like the Dallas Wings and even the Indiana Fever.
Well, yeah, the Dallas Wings at a high school gym, we know that, or a small at a college gym. That's some bullshit.
At a college,
we got it,
right? But they are more typical of what you would see or what you've seen across the WNBA, and they're wanting to expand into 3 more teams, right? 3 more franchises.
The Bay Area,
right?
The Golden State Valkyries are coming next year,
right? And so it begs the question of, and I think this is where Dolan may be trying to go, but I don't want to put words in Dolan's mouth, and I really don't want to be associated with him.
Go ahead, put them words in there, bro. It's okay.
But yeah, hey, my pullout game's all right. But when you let's go. But when you lose $40 million, how can you expand?
I mean, Jay, I'm not trying to sit over and say that it's all peaches and cream and $40 million is nothing. Right. I can't say that. I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my opinion of how I want things to happen and go, right?
Right.
But that's a lot of bread. But maybe I don't know. Is there a way for them to close that gap where the loss isn't so big? Because we know every league, especially like outside the big 3, and when I say big 3, NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, or maybe even hockey, if you want to throw that in there. How do you operate where you always in the black and not in the red when there's so much money going out? And that's TV revenue and everything else.
Yeah.
What's going to
but I mean, you've got to market your players, not just one. And they've got to make it into the playoffs deeper than they do. You know, I mean, that's just what
you mean. Those star players?
Your star players. And I know what you're about to say. Their star players did.
No.
Look.
No, I'm not trying to be funny. The Lynx have good players, and I know that a lot of people know them because they know the game. The New York Liberty has stars on their team. But I know what you mean when it comes to the tuning in, the viewership. If you want bigger viewership numbers, you're going to need the most popular players in the league in that game. I get that. I'm not a fool to say, I would be a fool to say, man, you tripping, you're wrong. No, you're not wrong. That is very true. Is it going to play out like that? You're gonna need that Bird Magic run to the championship. Like, you're gonna need the WNBA to mimic that, probably with a Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese facing off against each other to help draw numbers in, because people are gonna watch. They want to watch to cheer against Angel Reese, and they want to cheer for Caitlin Clark,
and vice versa.
Villain in the heel and So that's a very good point, Jay, and I like that point that you made. Bro, they got some figuring out to do, but I'm gonna continue to try to rock with them a little bit, man, and give them my 2 cents of my support to see how well they can do.
I mean, and I'm definitely then let's move right into third down, because I go to the Wings games every season, right? And I was a season ticket holder in the first 3 seasons that the Wings were here. And so I definitely support it, can tell you who's on what team, draft, and all of that. And of course, the college game is so much bigger now and greater, and the speed of play, the way they play, you have great coaching, and you have, and it's not just, you had Pat and you had Gino, and that was basically, who you had. And then Mulkey came, and now you have Staley. And so you have those types of people who really are moving that needle forward for the game.
Okay.
But then what happens in the pro league is you don't know the coaches because you just don't know the coaches. And as far as the players, they get marginalized, in my opinion, because they just don't get marketed. So if I want to market a game with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, how do we do that? Right. Well, how about this? How do you market a game without Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark both playing in it?
Yeah. I
And
mean,
to me, that's the issue that the WNBA has, that they don't know how to market a game without those two playing in it. And you're right, there are awesome players in the league, some that are like playing at 40 years old. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Awesome players, but who cares at that point? They're not stars. They're just really, really good players. And if I can watch football, even if it's crap teams, over women's championship basketball.
Damn, that's what it is. That's just true being told by Buff Nerd. I ain't mad at you,
Listen,
bro. It is what it is, though.
Americans like violence. Football is violence. So if I can watch that as opposed to great fundamental basketball, I'm watching violence. I'm picking violence. I mean, think about it like this, and we'll move on. But think about it like this. How is NASCAR so popular?
I'm not going to answer that because I'm going to say something bad.
You can say it. It's because
the crashes. People want to see
the crashes. It's the crashes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
People want to see cars crash.
Yeah,
they
that's
you know what I was. You know what I was going to say. No,
What's that?
I'm not going to say it.
I know what you're going to say. But there's a reason why people
watch. You can get it.
Yeah. But I mean, you like to see fast cars, sure is okay. Watch F1, watch there's different kind of racing that's out there, but you've got to definitely have a different product that's out there. What up, Sean? What up from Dina Stickman Simp? What up?
What up,
hey,
Simp?
I'm going to get some sticks this weekend, man. Hey, let's go.
You ain't got to go far. Just hit that QR code when we bring it up. Puff Sip Chat. Love to add cigar subscription. 4 to 5 premium cigars at your doorstep. Let me see something right here.
But sometimes I like to go away.
But after they come home, then you go away to the lounge.
Smoke. That part. That part.
We all need that getaway, Broham.
Yeah, we all need that. But yeah, they have to figure out a way. So, like I said, we were talking about Angel Reese. Angel Reese comes out and she says, hey, you know what? The WNBA does not pay my bills. She gets paid $73,000 for the season. No doubt.
Right.
And yes, apparently her rent is like 80-something thousand. Right, 85,000, 90,000.
No, her
a condo or something like that. What was it?
85,000. It's like 8,000.
What was it?
You said 85,000 a month
for the year. No, for the year.
Oh, okay. I want to say, bro.
No, for the year. So that's what she was saying. Hey, my check doesn't pay for where I live. It doesn't pay my bills. And then she kind of joked, maybe I'm living beyond my means. Yes. It is her choice that she lives in those expensive ass apartments. Those are facts, big facts. But it still begs to differ if this is a person and she can live there because of her contracts and her NIL and all that other stuff that she has. Yeah, her condo, but condo, house, whatever. But it's just the simple fact that, and I believe she signed up for the 3-on-3 tournament. That league that Caitlin Clark declined, I think she actually signed up for it because she also said she didn't want to go overseas, which is another big thing.
What is you talking about the new 3-on-3 league that was created, or the Ice Cube Big 3?
No, the new 3-on-3 league that was created.
I mean, this is God. This is my thing. And you know, the first thing I said was when I saw this pop up on social media, I was like, well, move then. Move. If you can't afford it, WNBA don't pay your rent, move, damn it. Go. And then I was like, you know what? You know, you make all this money. You got over 20 endorsement deals. Just signed an extension with Reebok to where she's going to get a signature shoe in 2026. All joking aside, with everything she has, we know she can afford her rent. So her saying this, and this is my whole thing. With Angel Reese, she says and does a lot of different things that she knows going to be taken out of context. But I think she's attention hungry and an attention seeker. So everything she does is calculated because she still wants people to focus on her brand and what she's trying to sell them. So when it first comes out and the first time it's said and it starts trickulating all over the internet, it's like they don't even pay me enough to pay my bills. And that's what most people took this as. Not that she was joking saying that I make so much money outside, WNBA don't even pay my rent. So like you have to know how to take it in what context, Jay. And Angel Reese is now done what she wanted to do. She got her asses talking about her again, and she's irrelevant for the season right now. There's no need to talk about Angel Reese right now, dog. We know the motherfucking money. She has over 20 deals. She just signed a deal with Hershey's Chocolate.
But here's what
for the uniforms for her.
But here's what I see it as. Yes, she's on social media because that's where athletes are now, right? That is their platform. They don't have to rely on reporters and people like that, or leaking stories. They can say what they want to, how they want to say it.
Right.
Yes, she gets more clicks because that's what athletes need. That's what entertainers need. And that was something
sell the brand.
Hey, and that's
I want them to click this QR code on the screen right now.
But that's what athletes have become, like it or not. And I'd go back to Jordan. This is where I think people miss it. This is the exact same thing that Jordan did. Right now, no, he didn't come out and say, I don't get paid for this or that or the other. But before Jordan, everyone wore the same shoe. Everyone wore the same shoe, and they wore the same colors.
Yeah, they had to be white. They couldn't be by primary team colors. We know the story. We've seen the show. Now I knew that beforehand, but yeah. All right.
So when you look at this,
on us, bro. We know you know.
Thank you. But it's about individualism, right? So sports now has gotten to a point where it's about the individual. Okay. And so for her, it's let me show my individualism and let me show you. And I think she brought a light to, hey, we don't get paid in the WNBA. We know that because the WNBA doesn't get paid. So go to the WNBA and tell them you've got to change. You've got to do something different. Now, how she did it, it was very LeBron-esque. I ain't gonna lie. It was very LeBron-esque. You don't have to come out like that. You know what I'm saying? But it should be an insightful article that What?
You just said she did the same thing as LeBron in the decision?
Yes. And the Bronny and all of that. Dude, this like his PR person is very bad. Whoever his PR people are just bad. They're bad. They're just very bad.
Do I need to have 9-7 Media reach out to him and let him know that big game?
You need to. Hey, man, at this point, he's done. And his son does a better job at PR than him. And that's sad too.
Well, his son probably more social media savvy than his dad is.
It's not even, well, okay, I'll give you that. But I mean, it's what it is, man. Let's get to this next down. It's stupid. Boy, now speaking of stupid, Joel Embiid and Paul George are already hurt.
Hold on, bro. I know.
Damn. Yo. Listen, I don't normally feel sorry for a city like Philadelphia, but wow, how do you load manage on opening night? Not one
Boy,
player, but two. Like you should be like you played in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying?
bro.
You doing trips, you doing all kinds of stuff, and now all of a sudden you can't play opening night.
J Styles,
Both of them.
the NBA needs to find these fools. This is some bullshit.
Well,
Excuse
they've
my
launched an investigation. No, they've launched an
yeah,
investigation. But
excuse my language into this case. Any youngins see me on here talking. There's a lot of things that can go on, and you can get hurt,
yeah,
and you can. And my father-in-law is here, and I love having Mr. D here talking sports with me, talking his old school shit. When it comes to sports and everything, and we're
yeah.
like, and I love because he's older man. He's 70-some years old. He said, "What the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers? They can't play already." And I'm like, and I totally felt what he was saying, and where he comes from the old school era of Bird, Magic, even for that Oscar Robertson, the whole night. What
Yeah,
basketball was about, you played, you lived to play, you competed, you only sat out if something was wrong with you. I've gotten to understand and can bear with this load management bullshit. Like I just deal with it because it's part of the game, and no matter what I say,
yeah,
I can get my blood pressure high enough to where I'm gonna stroke out over these guys being punk asses.
right.
But week one, game one, you already say, I can't play. Week one, and they said you suffered no
What
injury.
up, Aaron? Salute. Yeah,
Yo, hey Wesley, what up, baby? So something has got to give. You need to care more about the fan base, your team. So to me, what it comes down to, Jay, and I'm a little old school, but tell me this. And Aaron, Jay, lead that up so we can touch on after this point.
yeah,
You're telling me that it doesn't mean enough to you, like Aaron is saying in this, to be
yeah,
able to fulfill that fans. And like I say this, Jay, you know me as a former athlete. I say we do it for the cash and not the fans because that's our job and our source of income. But at the same time, I'm realistic enough to know that the fans are a big part of what we do as athletes, and they do help the situation. They help make it go. We couldn't do it without the fans. But in some instances, you know me, I'm like, man, I don't give a damn about that fans' opinion. I got to go do what I got to do. But at the same time, me saying that, I'm always going to make myself available. And this is the biggest problem I have right now with basketball. These guys don't care enough to make sure they're making themselves available for their fan base. And it's some bull.
crazy.
It's straight up bull, bro.
How do you I don't understand. Like opening night. Like you knew it was coming. It wasn't, and he didn't play in preseason as well. So yeah, they are the customers. That's exactly right. So it's when I saw that, I was like, I gotta put that down because it doesn't make any sense to me how you can have not just Joel Embiid, but Paul George as well.
It's
Both
sad.
of them.
It's sad,
out.
bro. Sad.
Again, if I was a 76ers fan,
tip off.
yeah, if I'm a 76ers fan, I'm looking at the people that are there saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, it'll be that one game see them play, and they ass is sitting out. That's lame.
Jonesy, baby, what's up, dog? Hey, man, this is my thing, and I've seen it happen before, and thank God that happened to me. I've taken my sons to some games, especially when they were younger, and they really, really wanted to.
Whole summer.
Hey, man, the Kawhi Leonard shit, they just need to go cut his ass. Do you know now they're diagnosing him was they said last night when the Clippers were opening up their new arena and they were playing Phoenix. Yeah, they're playing against the Suns.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's injury is to be determined. What the hell? To be determined? There's no timetable on him coming back. To be determined.
But we've seen this before out of the same player when he
gotta
wanted
go.
to get.
He gotta go. I'm sick of it. I'm over it. He got to go.
Well, when he wanted to get out of San Antonio, he couldn't decide if his leg or his knee or his thigh hurt. It hurt a little bit here today. Don't know if I can play. I don't know. And he wanted out of San Antonio. And guess what? They granted it after, I think it was like a whole year, basically, maybe even a year and a half. And he went to Toronto. He won a championship. Great. And then he wanted out of there. So he got out of there and went to LA. He always wanted to go to LA. Fine. He went to LA. He had Paul George. We already knew what that was. And then you bring the beard, and we know what that is. And so now it's a dumpster fire out there.
I know we talk so much shit about James Harden, Jay Stocks, but let me say this about the beard. At least, for the most part, he's going to be on the court trying to do what he can to win a game.
Yeah. And he's lost weight and he looks a lot better, man.
He
looks like he's a lot stronger.
He is fucking that Ozempic up. I'm sorry. I have that's just big game. That's just big game's opinion. I have no way. I have no room to talk about anyone else's diet habits and if that man's on Ozempic or not. Hey, James Harden, you look good. Keep it up, baby. Keep it up.
That makes me say you gotta play it.
Yes, I know what that makes you say, Jay Stocks.
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's right. This is the part of the podcast.
My bad. I didn't mean to make you choke, bro. My bad, bro.
Things that Megan say, oh hell no, I can't even get through it. Ozempic and lemon pepper wings. Man, I need that on the script.
He might have flavored lemon. Damn, he probably does have some flavored Ozempic. Damn.
Not flavored Ozempic. Damn. Let me get that lemon pepper wing Ozempic. Okay?
Damn, that boy look good. That boy got that Ozempic.
What's your besides that?
I'm an oh hell no myself for going off script, bro. That's my bad. I apologize to you. Honestly though, for real, Joel Embiid was almost gonna be my oh hell no until you wrote it as a down. I was like, nah, I'll find something else. And the one thing that's killing me right now, and I'm laughing through it to try to make myself feel better. My man Chris Godwin out for the season. Dislocated ankle, suffered Monday Night Football, and injuries are part of the game, Jay. And I had people on social media like, man, he shouldn't even been in. It should have been the backups. They don't dress all the receivers that's on a team when it comes to the NFL and the 53-man roster, but only 47 are active. So my oh hell no was going to be Chris Godwin being in the game with 41 seconds. But I'm going to go past that. Oh hell no to the NFL, who still hasn't changed the rules that all 53 men that are on the roster can fucking play. It's stupid. They need to change this shit. They really need to change this what's going on here. Chris Godwin's out. Injuries are a part of the game. You hate to see it happen. If maybe they had one or two more receivers dressed, maybe Todd Bowles, and then would have made the decision to take him out. Maybe they don't. Yeah. But the fact that my man Chris Godwin is out for the rest of the season is just all hell no for me.
Yeah, that dislocated ankle, and he's on my quite a few of my fantasy teams, and I know that's not what it goes down to. But yeah, I mean, they had McMillan, they had some other receivers that they could have put in just to give them some run. Yeah,
in the last minute, bro. And I mean,
the game is out of hand,
and we weren't going to win the game. As much as as much as it looked good to get it to a 10-point game after getting troused. I don't even know if that's a word. I think I just made a goddamn word up.
You did, but it's okay. It's your podcast. You can do that. Now somebody, don't blame it. Don't blame it.
I'm not like Charles Barkley. I don't just make words up, bro. But sometimes when that's why I don't mix drinks.
It's also blessed.
Yeah, that's why you just drink regular. You don't mix it. When you mix it, you make words up. You say troust.
Troust. They ain't got troust.
You say troust.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's
Jesus.
I feel like Todd Bowles could have he knows better. And look, there's just some points and some moments when you just say, you know what? Let's go. Let's go. Just let's put in, get some run. Yeah, I know that works for you. Troust does not work for the rest of the world, though. But you put it out there, Sean. Let's see how that works out for you. For me, it's actually quite simple. Listen, as a fan, you have to understand that there is etiquette when you go to a stadium. I am speaking specifically to the Texas Longhorn fans. Now, I get it. You got beat. You got beat. Georgia beat you fair and square. That's what they did. They made yours look, pedestrian in the first half. You came back. You made somewhat of a game of it. But that does not mean you start throwing trash on the field. Don't do that. That's not good. That's not what you do. Don't throw trash on the field. If you're upset, fine. No problem. Be upset. Go home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Beat yourself up. Go to sleep happy. That's all I'm saying, man. But don't throw trash on the field.
Jay, tell me the number. Tell me the number, man. The fine amount. Because when they said it, I was like, oh damn. It was almost like $2 million, wasn't it? They're getting fined.
It's a number.
It's hefty.
Definitely a number.
It's a hefty fine. It's more than the initial. What's the one team got fined $500,000 last year, and it more than doubled that.
No, they got 250.
250. There it is. God.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
God.
Throwing bottles on the field.
Texas
and then
fans just got the school throwing money away down the toilet.
Yeah, and then on top of that, they're fine. They're going through the film to see who threw it, so that they can ban them from the stadium.
Yeah,
for the remainder of the season.
Now, AJ, should it be the remainder of their time in school? So if that person's a freshman, should they be banned forever?
I know that, man. Should they be banned forever? That's how you get calls changed.
Now, Sean, that's the bad thing. They're trying to set a precedent of what can be done, and the referees can't fold under pressure like that. So now you telling every other stadium in America, just douse their ass with some trash, and you'll get a call to go in your favor.
Yeah. Now, I don't think you should be, not for the whole, time that you're at school, but definitely that athletic year, and even that academic year, you're banned. You can have a hold or whatever, put on it. So the problem with that is that trying to identify one person to come into a stadium, geez, I can't even imagine what that would be like working security, and you trying to say, okay, everybody, here's the picture, or whatever. So I think that's tough. You get banned for the season, come back better, come back more mature. But hit the team, hit the school with the money.
Do that shit again. I like it.
Yeah, do it again. And next time it won't be 250 or 5. It'll be a cool $1 million.
Damn, it will
be a cool $1 million. That's what they need to do. But be better. Be better. You know what I'm saying? Be better.
Yes, sir.
Listen. The NBA start has already started this week. I'm going off script now. Did you see Bronny and LeBron?
I did.
What are your thoughts on that?
I did. I told you this, Jay, when we talked about this back a couple weeks ago and back in the season when he got drafted. We all can say that LeBron James hooked his son up. We know that. Dad got son a job at his company.
Yeah.
The company he works for. Not mad at it. People do this all the time.
Yeah.
It's a special moment. A moment that hadn't been done before in any other sport than baseball. So to see it happen is a special moment. Now, do I need to see more of it? Do I need to see more highlights of it? No, it's happened already. That shit is over. I don't care. No, I mean to the point where it doesn't need to be a big ordeal every time they're on the court together because that moment was already there. They had that moment. They publicized it. I loved how they showed Bryce and Savannah and his daughter. Dude, that's a cool feeling. I can only imagine what that must feel like as a family to have that moment. That is really cool. So I liked it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I like that it happened for them. And you know, I used to be a big LeBron hater, and I don't hate LeBron anymore. I don't. I had to turn in my hater card on LeBron James. I just did because it wasn't right.
What? Oh wow! Look at you! Wow! Oh,
I'm still a hater though. I'm still a hater.
You are. We know that.
I'm still a hater in your eyes though. But I don't hate. I don't hate LeBron James anymore.
Okay, like I said, it's just one less. You still have a long list though. I don't have a long list, but it's very specific.
Time out, man. How you gonna call my list long?
It is long. It's a long list.
Hey, mine is longer than yours. Pause.
Yes. It's very Trump-esque. It's very Trump-esque right there, my guy.
Hey, that's why I said it. I was seeing it the other day, and I was like,
Arnold Palmer, I tell you, he got out of the shower. Whoa, he's a man. I'm just
I still didn't believe that
should have
shit.
been my hell no.
Hey, I just try to keep the politics off the sports show. Yes, sir. All right, man. Listen.
He's in better shape than some rookies. There you go.
No, hey, Sean, you're right. LeBron is, bro. Like,
He is. I'll tell you what, though. You know, it struck me as so I watched it and I was like, okay, I was happy and it was kind of exciting to see like, wow, that's kind of cool. But then I saw him on the court, like I really saw him on the court against like the first string of the other team. I was like, he's small. Like, I don't think I realized how small
Bronny
was. Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't big. He's like 6 foot.
He's not big. He's like, he's tiny.
He out there looking like the lollipop kids playing basketball.
Now, Bryce is supposed to be the one, but no, for the moment, I thought it was a great moment. I was like, yeah, this is really cool that I get to see that. And, you know, they had other people. Of course, the Griffeys were in the building. So it was nice to see that. So, yeah, man, that's what's up. Hey, let's roll into that last segment that everybody loves.
What's that? The James Canada segment?
No.
Right, my bad.
It's time for the top 5. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. Big Game Sports Top 5.
That's right. Some people have a top 100. Some have a top 50. Some have a top 25. Some even punk out and have a top 10. But not us, not here, not at BGSB. We have a top 5. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. This week's top 5 biggest NFL surprises so far in the season. Pretty simple, but pretty tough. There's a lot of things that have happened over the season that kind of make you say, "Ooh, wow, look at that."
Yeah.
Big game. What you got?
And Sean just gave a highlight, updated the score of a game. But I mean, just to run this down, some of the things that have surprised me this year, the NFL has been kind of crazy this year. When you just look at records and see what's going on, and that's a good and a bad thing. Right now, number 5 for me, the Cincinnati Bengals, 3-4. This is supposed to be the year that Joe Burrow is healthy and they get things together. Jamar Chase wanted money. T. Higgins held out. He got the franchise tag. He's playing pissed off and want to be traded. And just they're 3-4 and struggled with those 3 wins. Number 4, all the talk that all these brown bag wearing Aints fan spoke of in all my preseason stuff of how great the Saints were going to be. They 2-5, and at one point was 2-1. They look like hot holy garbage. So the Saints kind of just surprised me, man. The way everybody talked about
Yeah.
what they were going to be doing this year, surprised me. Number 3, San Francisco 49ers. Is it fair to say that Shanahan is overrated as a coach?
It could be argued the injuries
Yeah, it
are
could be
playing a
argued the
major
injuries.
role, but I agree. I'm going to agree with you on that.
And they coming in. Oh wait, they got the Cowboys this weekend, so we're gonna see.
That's right. We have the late game Sunday.
The 49ers, dog. Just watching them.
Yeah.
The game they lost to the Rams.
Mhm.
The game they lost, not Arizona. Like the teams they lose to, how they lose in the division. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say CMC. Debo came to the stadium last week, worked out, got ready, and it's like, hey, I gotta go to the hospital. Something right. Gets diagnosed with pneumonia. Like, God damn, what?
Yeah.
You ain't know you was sick? You had pneumonia?
Yeah.
Bro.
That stuff.
Number 2.
Yeah.
The Jaden Daniels led Washington Commanders. For a rookie to have the poise that he has, and God knows he didn't practice again today because of those ribs. They're going to need him back on the field. But for the Commanders to be right there in the talks of winning or leading the NFC East, never, ever, ever did I think that was going to happen, Jay. Never thought. I mean, I knew Jaden Daniels was going to be good. I knew they did. I mean, and to see him play, like, oh shit, Washington got the right quarterback. They didn't get the wrong one like some other teams. Yeah. And number 1 for me, even if they end up losing this game tonight, I can't believe how they played with Sam Darnold at quarterback, the Minnesota Vikings. They're playing pretty good football. So those are my top 5 surprises in the NFL right now, bro.
Man, that's crazy. So I'm actually going to do mine 1 through 3 because we're on par. It's crazy that we're kind of there. And I think those are the biggest ones. Minnesota is number 1 for me. They're started 5-1, going into this game. And like you said, Sam Darnold looking as good as he does, because I think the big thing was, they lost JJ. It's a wrap. This season is a wrap. They've had so much happen to their secondary, to the offense. It's the whole team. It's a wrap. And they've been able to persevere and come through and actually look better than what anyone could ever imagine. I agree with you, Jaden Daniels. Man, I didn't think it would be this good right now. I didn't think the Washington Commanders would be this good right now. That Beltway game between them and Baltimore was a great game to watch. You're like,
bro,
wow, this is the
future. That was a good NFL game. Yes, sir.
That was a great game. San Francisco and just the downside. And I know, like I said, they've had injuries, but it just seems as though there's just so many things. There's a multitude of things that's happening to them.
It's over.
And maybe it is, maybe the shine and gleam of Brock Purdy being Mr. Relevant, maybe it's kind of showing through, especially with Shanahan. But I think people starting to figure him out. What's up, Wallace? What's up? Yeah, you catching us late, right at the but catch us also on Spotify, and you can also check us out on YouTube as well. For me though, the fourth one for me, actually I'm gonna start at 5. The NFC North. Like, what's going on here, man? Like, they are playing well, and I told you early in the season that's going to be like 3 teams coming out of there.
So you're saying, or you're giving it to Chicago, Minnesota, Detroit, and who? Green Bay?
Yeah, either Green Bay or Chicago, and actually it would be Green Bay.
Damn. Wow.
I mean, when Green Bay beat Houston, I thought that was a great game. Yeah, it was close, but again, I told you, Houston is my pick to go to at least the AFC Championship, if not the Super Bowl.
I changed my mind on what they're playing this year. CJ Stroud is finally looking like he a little shaken in some situations, bro.
I think the book is on him, right? You know, they're starting to get the book on him, and you can really kind of speak to that as a defensive player and saying, hey, okay, we know his tendencies, and especially now we know what the OC's tendency is, you know, in certain situations in the 3rd and 4 and the 3rd and 8, we know what they're going to do, right? And so now we can kind of see how that is. And yeah, Bruiser division, yeah, they'll beat up on each other, but I think it'll be so much of outside of the division that they're beating up on people. Yeah, for sure.
The NFC is kind of bad right now, so I think that division is getting 2 for sure.
They'll
They
get
could
2,
a
but
third one, but they're getting 2 for sure. I got you on that.
they're getting 2, but Detroit wins the North, Minnesota in second, and Green Bay is going to be that wild card. But again, I believe that they're going to have 3 come out of their market. For me, the 4th one is all the crazy trades that have happened this season, in my opinion, man. Especially, we haven't even got to the trade deadline, which is what, next weekend?
I think it's next week. Yeah.
Next week. Man, like Amari Cooper being traded, Devontae Adams. I was hoping he wouldn't go to the Jets. I actually hoped that he would go to Baltimore. I think he would have, you know, done better.
He didn't want that though. That tells me
WNBA pays her bills because all those other deals would not exist if not for the WNBA.
Facts.
Fair point.
Facts, Dot. Hey, I love the realness of people just, you know, looking through the bullshit and calling it like it is.
Yeah.
We know what it is with her. Like I said,
Sure doesn't look good without Nico on the field.
Okay.
Hey,
he misses Nico Collins-Wallace. I said that the other day in the conversation.
He does.
Having, and people like, no, he's still good. And I got Tank Dell, sorry ass in fantasy. He ain't getting their points from me, dog. Killing me.
Because they doubling them. When you don't have Nico, you can double him. You can double Tank, just like you can double DJ Moore up in Chicago. You might have to hold off on the Vikings making the playoffs. I don't see it. Again, you look at their schedule and you look at how they're playing and what Sam Darnold, and look, Jones is a great running back, so he's going to be him. And you still got Justin Jefferson on the team. They still got a good defense, you know, with a different scheme. Hey, Minnesota to me is that team that you're going to have to watch out for, especially in NFC, because who else you got coming out of the NFC? You'll have one team out of the NFC West. You have one team out of the South. You have one out of the East. So
East might get 2. NFC East might get 2.
Who?
It's the Eagles and the Commanders. Sirianni's a jackass, but they still have a winning record and could win out.
Possibly. If Jaden Daniels doesn't come back, in a timely fashion.
It's bruised ribs. He'll be back.
Yeah, possibly. But if he's not able to play at the same, you know, caliber, then yeah. But I'm just not seeing
his little ass got to quit running. He run too much.
No, that's part of
so
his game.
Let me ask you a question. And I'm not doing this to be a hater or stir the pot. I gotta know. Are your Cowboys gonna make the playoffs?
I hope not.
Damn, you hope
say,
not.
They're gonna cancel each other out playing in their own division.
They could,
but I think they play enough out. They win outside of the division enough that will carry them to at least get that division around. Again, the top 2 will get there. It's that third one that we have to, you know, that's kind of iffy, but that just means that someone else out of another division has to be better than them. So name another team outside of the NFC North that's better than Green Bay. That's not going to win their division.
Tampa's
going to win their division.
We got to beat Atlanta.
It's not going to win.
Okay. We need to beat Atlanta this weekend.
You'll beat it. If Kirk Cousins plays, you'll beat him.
Dog. Kirk Cousins had 500 yards passing on us the last time we played.
Who won that game?
Who
won that game?
Atlanta.
Remind me, who won that game?
Atlanta won that game.
Okay. So now, but they're going to lose tonight? Yeah, they'll lose tonight. Okay.
No, yeah, the Vikings
one-
are gonna lose tonight. It's still gonna be
Okay.
a tough race, bro.
Now that I see that, now that I remember that Godwin is out, Evans is
and
banged
and
up as well.
no. Mike Evans is out this week with the hamstring.
He is out this weekend. Yes, and
I'm
actually
wearing
he's
this-
out for 3 weeks.
I'm wearing this hat in good faith that we can find a way to win.
Hey, bro,
And it
welcome to this
y'all,
world.
Hey, check out the I Am Him collection, Alpha Dog 20. That's that Young Canada, the Young Jackson Canada's brand. Check it out in the description below. Go to the store, the BGSE Network apparel store, and get your I Am Him t-shirt.
There you go.
Shameless plug. I'm sorry.
Not shameless. That's what it is. Hey, we're gonna have to put that on the down for next week because
what's that?
Who's making it between the lines, going into the NFC playoff, the playoff implications at this point of the season. But again, we could talk about Tampa Bay. Okay, they're not better than Green Bay.
Week. We'll go between the lines next week.
But the Tampa Bay is not better than Green Bay. Not right now.
Shit, just because we got hurt.
Who is he throwing to?
Sterling Shepard.
Sterling Shepard
and Jalen McMillan.
Sterling and James McMillan.
Kate Otten. Look, Jay.
Hey,
I don't need any quiz. I do. It's so bad. We're talking about trading for Cooper Kupp.
I feel bad for Otten in that game. I think he did something to Baker and pissed him off the way he was throwing them balls and getting killed out there. I don't think there was one ball that Baker Mayfield threw Otten that hit him below his shoulders.
Yeah, he was getting tattooed. It sucks.
Oh my God.
Hey man, look. You just asked me a question. I just tried to give you my best answer.
I know Bucks might be in trouble with both of the top receivers.
Wallace.
Exactly.
Wallace. I avoided. I couldn't even. I didn't even go on and talk with Smitty this week because I knew I didn't want to talk about the severity of our depletion at wide receiver. Like it's so. It sucks,
so I go back to my original point.
Man, we was on
name
the
a
top
team.
5. What the fuck?
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jay Stoggs, the Buff Nerd. Let's go.
Oh God, I hate this dude, man. He's crazy.
You know what? I'm gonna get my shirt. They hate me. It's okay. I love the hate. That's mine. I love the hate.
Hey man, for the Buff Nerd, Jay Styles, it's your man Big Game James. Thank y'all for tuning in to Big Game Sports Buzz. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And if you do not catch us live, you can always catch us on your favorite podcast platform: Apple Music, Spotify, and Breaker, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyway, hit that QR code. It'll have you everywhere where we are. And until next time, God bless you. Peace.
Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line, soon as the QB say hype. It's big gang, big gang. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah.